Liverpool's first pre-season game finishes with a 3-0 victory with goals coming from Bobby Firmino, Naby Keita and beautifully Ryan Brewster as well. And I say that because this is a lad that I really want to see get a chance at Liverpool. Plays completely differently to Bobby Firmino in the centre-forward role. Plays completely differently to the likes of Mane and Origi and Salah if they play through the middle. But his striking instinct in front of goal is what impresses me the most. His positioning is excellent. It's fantastic, in my opinion anyway. And overall, I just think that his whole game could really just give us something just a little bit different where you can literally pass balls, really fast balls or anything like that, or the ball is just, dinking its way around the box. And make no mistake, the man, Ryan Brewster, can take shots from distance. We saw it with Swansea. If you haven't seen that goal he scored with Swansea from miles out, go watch it. He's capable of it. He's capable of so much. I don't want to see Ryan Brewster going out on loan. I didn't want to see him go out on loan last year. I wanted him to stay with Liverpool because I feel that he can really, truly contribute with Liverpool. That's my opinion. Maybe some people will disagree with it. We come on to some of the other guys as well. The starting lineup, as I went through before, it was a very, very strong one. Your standard match day starting lineup, apart from Nico Williams and Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones set up the first goal for Bobby Firmino, and it was really, really nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Calmly done. Nice to get it, nice for Firmino to get a goal as well in pre-season. He's had a hard time. Yes, obviously we won the Premier League and everything like that, but he's had a hard time actually getting on the score sheet with Liverpool this season. It's just been the way it's ran. To get a goal in pre-season for him, really, really lovely. But what was also brilliant was the assist that he also got for Naby Keita. Another player, Naby Keita, who, if he can avoid injury, looked really, really sharp. Scored a nice, cute goal. And none of these were like bangers or anything like that, but they were nice finishes. Really nice, lovely finishes. This was 2-0 into the first half anyway. That was 5 minutes before the first half ended. Obviously, coming into the second half, there were wholesale changes. The whole 11 changed. And so we had Harvey Elliott come on, Jana Hover, Grujic, Tsimikas as well. We'll talk about Tsimikas. Sepp van den Berg, Minamino, Nat Phillips, Adrian, Gini Wijnaldum, Milner and Brewster. That's when they came in as well. I know I've already talked about Brewster, I just wanted to get it out of the way. Had to get it off my system because I was really impressed with him. I really was. Probably, if you listen to the commentators that were on LFC TV talking about the young defenders being, I think, Van den Berg, Kijana Hover and Nat Phillips, talking about the fact that they were, giving away balls in silly areas. And yes, they were. But this is pre-season. This is why we make those mistakes now. Because even though it's a 3-0 win, there's things for these guys to work on. Especially the younger guys. The likes of your Van Dijk and stuff like that. You know what you're getting with them. You're getting world class. But when you bring the young lads on, it's a chance for them to impress the coach. Get some good work in. Get some good minutes in. Work hard. Play hard. And any mistakes that they make, they can then go back, analyse, and that will then reinforce in training. That's how that will all work. And it'll be really, really positive for them to have made these mistakes in a game like this. Losing the ball in maybe silly areas, giving away fouls in opportunistic areas for a free kick taker or a set piece or whatever. I felt that possibly the weakest part of it was Van den Berg. And I'm not criticising Van den Berg. He's still a young lad. I think he's only 18 at max. 18, 19 maybe. But it's amplified a little bit. And I like Van den Berg because when he played, I think he played in the team when we played against Everton in the Cup and we won 1-0 with that Curtis Jones absolute screamer. And he was really good in that game. And I think that there's so much more growth for Van den Berg to do. I think coming into pre-season, maybe not having played at a competitive level or with the first team a great deal, he might just be someone that's, he will mature a little bit later on and will need a little bit more time, either in pre-season or in and around the first team. So while he didn't, do anything greatly wrong. He just made a couple of mistakes here or there. Positioning wasn't always the best. but it will get better. But when I say it was amplified, because when we saw Billy Cumetio, or Cumetio, I'm going to say Cumetio, when he came on, Van den Berg is actually slightly taller than Cumetio. I think Van den Berg is either 6'4" or 6'5". Billy Cumetio is 6'3" around that sort of area. But he looked like an absolute tank, looked like an absolute unit. But not just looking like... You can look like a tank, you can look like a unit all day long. But his footballing brain seemed very, very good for someone who's only 17 years old. His defensive positioning and brain seemed very, very good for someone that's 17 years old. And please, make no mistake, I know that this is only... it's a pre-season game, it's against Stuttgart and stuff like that. He was very impressive. And his presence in the box and his presence in the air... When I think they put in like maybe 1 or 2 crosses. Both of them got dealt with by Cumetio. He just looks fantastic. Like, he looks brilliant. He makes me wonder, could he make the jump to the first team? We're not going to know that right now. We're not going to know that maybe in the next pre-season game. We don't know when we will know this. Maybe cup games or something like that. He's a very, very young lad. Very young talent as well. But he was impressive. He was very impressive. And if we're going to talk about players that were impressive, I felt that Curtis Jones was very, very good. Thought he was very impressive. Obviously got the assist as well. Really, really cool. Took his time as well. He could have took the shot where he was. But he took a little bit of composure, a little bit of time, and slotted it away to Bobby Firmino to get his goal. And I felt that was really, really key. And I'm wondering that... I think Trent Alexander-Arnold's carrying some sort of injury. Nico Williams at right back. I'm wondering if we've seen sort of a preview of what the starting 11 could be when we face Leeds. Something like that. With Curtis Jones in midfield. Obviously, Jordan Henderson, I don't think will be back for match day 1. I don't know. He's working his way back from training, and the guy's a machine. But from what I've seen today from Curtis Jones, get him in there. I'm all about that. That would be absolutely fantastic against a football inside like Leeds. But we're getting too far ahead. I felt that Ryan Brewster was fantastic. Offers something completely different. He's still got bucket loads of pace as well. But his natural striking instincts and his positioning in the box is just impressive. It's just impressive. I don't think I've seen really an out-and-out striker like that in our box since possibly like Sturridge in his prime, like 13-14 season. That type of instinct in the box. Just doesn't think, ball comes to him, bang, back of the net. That's what I liked about that. That's, and I'm not comparing him to Sturridge or anything like that. He is his own player, is Brewster, but I was very, very impressed. James Milner got caught on camera, like he got caught on audio shouting shouting at Tsimikas. But I was impressed with Tsimikas. I really was. I think he had like his couple of minutes that he first came on. All right, he hasn't made that overlapping pass that Milner was wanting. Fair play. But I felt that other than that, I felt his positioning was good. Getting forward, he looks very, very natural at doing that. And he looked dangerous as well. Crosses and passes were dangerous. Forward thinking, I liked it. What I've seen so far from Tsimikas in a Liverpool shirt, I liked it. I really did like it. Everybody else, Minamino looked sharp as hell. His performance warranted a goal. It really did. And he's had a couple of those as well where he's warranted a goal. But Minamino looked very, very sharp. I'm very confident that Minamino's going to start contributing a lot more to Liverpool this season. Harvey Elliott was another one. Again, looked very, very dangerous moving forward. Looked very, very dangerous. Looked very sharp. Very, he had a good chance as well. And I think it was saved by the goalkeeper as well. His time will come. He's, again, another one. I think he's only just turned 17. Very, very young player for Liverpool. I've got no complaints. I've got a lot of excitement, and I've got a lot of happiness. And if anyone saw one of my recent videos, that hasn't been something that's been a great part of my life recently. So thank you, Liverpool, for that. I know it's only pre-season, but watching my team play just gives us And shout out to Sadio Mane as well for helping out one of Stuttgart's players off injured, off to the side as well. Massive shout out to that, because it was unfortunate the injuries that Stuttgart suffered as well. They had some chances as well. You know how we play, high line, high press, and everything like that. But we dealt with it, really, really well. Adrian made a very, very good save, and also made sure that we kept a clean sheet as well. I like that as well. And the last thing that I want to talk about, only briefly, exceptionally briefly, is I like the look of the kit on the players. I haven't mentioned anything about the kit because I wanted to see what it looked like on the players playing on the pitch. I liked it. And I know that the away jersey and stuff like that is going to be causing a lot of controversy because it's got blue on it and stuff, or teal as they're calling it. But the home kit, absolutely love it. Think it looks fantastic. So yeah, other than that, I can't complain. I've got no other stats because it didn't really report any other stats or anything like that. But very, very controlled by Liverpool. Very controlled by both sets of players in both halves as well. I can't be anything more than happy. We move on to the next game. Can't remember when it's being played, but I will check it out and do previews and stuff like that for it, proper ones as well. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend, whatever you're managing to do, and I hope you manage to enjoy Liverpool playing some football again. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Please do get your thoughts and your comments down below. Who was your player? Who do you think, who were you impressed by? Were you impressed by everybody? Were you impressed by a couple? Did anyone sort of, not let you down, but sort of maybe missed the mark a little bit? For me, it was Van den Berg, but I think he will grow. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.